The outfield position, which we all know, is a position that doesn't get a lot of attention, yet it is extremely important. One, the outfielders are in charge of a lot of real estate. Two, when it gets to the end or when games are close, many times the outfield is involved. So the skills that I look for with the outfielders, intangibly, is a player that has the passion for that position. Because statistically, we know the ball doesn't come to them very often, and the discipline it takes to believe every pitch is coming to you is a skill that when it comes naturally to people, they end up being great outfielders. So I was really impressed with outfielders that had intense backup. They had great jumps when they were going to back up, when that left fielder was sprinting to line up the backup to third base as though that ball was coming to them. That caught my attention, and they sprint back to their position. So foot speed, first step angle, both forward, lateral, and back. First step and the angle they choose, primarily on lateral and back, is extremely important to me and would catch my eye. So we know what dictates first step efficiency is read. So a player's ability to read the opposing hitter's swing path, to be able to read and know what pitch is coming, and then to judge if that pitch has been delivered, to anticipate where that ball is going to be able to be hit, helps you with your first step and angle that you're going to take. And then the ability to move very quickly backwards. A player that has a great awareness and sense of where the fence is, that although we appreciate the hustle of the player that is willing to go through the wall, although we admire their competitiveness, I'm more impressed with the player that has the awareness of where that wall is, so they can decelerate right up to it and make those catches, versus the player that has no sense and they're just going 100 miles an hour all the time. Arm strength and accuracy, once again, extremely important. And I would look at the bend in the throw. So when the throw was finished and the ball flight, I would look at the bend in the ball flight. The more bend, the worse it would be in my assessment. I don't want a lot of bend or arc in that ball. I want more of a straight line. And I would look for a tail on the throw. So if I know the ball is tailing left or right, that I know they haven't put their gears together properly when they're throwing. So if they have a tendency to open up too soon when they throw, that ball is going to tail away to that catcher or infielder that's receiving it. So a strong, accurate arm, obviously. I wanted that body awareness with the fences. I wanted somebody that had good speed. And I'd like to specifically talk about center field. We want that athlete to have the quarterback skills to run the outfield that could help the wing outfielders on anticipating what type of hitters are there, replaying the scenario so everyone's on task when that ball's being hit. The outfielders have the ability to really master that long throw if you just put the time in. So we know you can get information on the basic fundamentals of how we become an accurate thrower as an outfielder. What's disappointing that I have seen as a college coach is the mastery of the fundamental of throwing a strike is gone. And so I challenge all of you out there, set up a target and be at 110 feet and see how many you can put right to that target. And remember, you're working on two types of throws. You're working on a throw that's on a fly to a base or a relay person, and you're working on the bounce throw. And the bounce throw is important because if you don't have proper spin, your bounce is going to kick left or right based on the weaknesses in your mechanics. So you've got to practice the throw on a fly and practice the throw on a bounce. And remember, your goal, raise your standard when you're throwing home, that your goal is to throw a nice one bouncer to the catcher that doesn't force her to back up or have to go up the line, and that your bounce never kicks in the line of the runner coming into the catcher. There's no magic science. You simply have to put in the work. So I challenge all our outfielders out there, put in the extra work so you have that mastery.